Hi, I'm Laura, and welcome back to the Tarot Genie, where you receive intuitive insights from the tarot to your burning questions about business, career, creativity, entrepreneurship, spirituality, politics, and more. Are you facing a limitation that you just haven't been able to transcend for quite a while, for years, maybe decades, and we are now in the middle, not in the middle, we are at the beginning of a new year and a new decade. And so that often prompts us to start thinking about things. Of course, last week I talked about New Year, New You, and the challenge with the resolutions, etc. This week I'd like just to have you think about an area of your life in which you have felt you've had a limitation, whether it's in terms of getting in shape, losing weight, maybe you just have not been able to transcend something related to that, or if you have been an aspiring or wannabe entrepreneur, but you just haven't been able to get yourself away from the mindset of getting that bi-weekly or weekly paycheck and a regular job. Whatever the case is for you, think about, bring it to mind, and this is what we're going to address today. We're going to get answers from the tarot, 3 cards. The first card is going to represent what you need to release, in terms of your mindset and your activities, etc. You need to release to be able to transcend your limitation. The next card is going to represent what you need to embrace. And then finally, the third card is going to be the opportunity that is in the near future for you, vis-a-vis transcending this limitation. Now, along those lines, I would like to say that for this week's reading, I've chosen the 8 of Swords as the significator card. In other words, the card that represents the focus of today's reading. And the reason I chose the 8 of Swords is that this is a very dramatic image. We see it's this entirely gray background. This woman is in the middle of it, and she's blindfolded, and she's bound, and she's encircled by 8 kind of, very tall and maybe dangerous looking swords. But the point of this is that she feels restricted, or she is seemingly restricted. However, this card is often associated with the concept that restrictions and feeling bound and paralyzed in a situation is often a result of your thoughts, because the swords represent thoughts and beliefs. And the suggestion is that even though she is blindfolded and appears to be bound, she does have options. If she just, for example, she could walk, maybe she could start shouting and get someone's attention, and they could come and pick up one of the swords and cut away the ropes or what she's bound by, and also take off her blindfold. So this card suggests the concept of all the restrictions and limitations you feel are in your mind. They are coming from your mindset. So just wanted to present this rather, as the significator card for the entire reading. Let's jump right in, and I'm trying to think, before I start, a good book that I have in my library, given to me by a friend back in 2005, is called Creative Mind and Success by Ernest Holmes, who also wrote The Science of Mind. Just wanted to bring your attention to a couple of chapters. This has lots of good nuggets of spiritual practices, spiritual perspectives, and philosophies. And many of them relate to the issue of transcending your limitations. For example, I think there's one chapter specifically that, where is it? It's stuck here. Transcending previous conditions. That's one of the chapters. And then there's a chapter on the power of words, creating atmosphere, where so many fail, why belief is important, how to attain strength. So there are lots of good nuggets if you're interested in some reading that will help you transcend your limitations. That's a good book. Let's get right into the reading. And I will have a music selection for you. Didn't come up with it yet, but to underscore whatever we come up with, whatever the tarot tells us today for the next week, because I think music is so healing. I really encourage people to amplify what they learn and to underscore what they learn through the power of music. I just think it's very healing and it's cathartic, etc. Okay, What do you need to know to transcend a particular limitation that has been plaguing you for a while? Just keep shuffling until I hear that ding as taught by my tarot instructor, Dusty White. Okay, laying out the 3 cards, and let's see what the tarot advises us today. Card number 1 represents what you need to release. Whoa, these 5 of Pentacles. What you need to release in terms of your particular limitation. And when upright, the 5 of Pentacles, this is reversed, 5 of Pentacles upright represents, it's an image of people in poverty, in hardship, trudging through the snow. But the irony is that there's this warm church right behind them, and that they're not availing themselves of that refuge. And it's just they're moving forward in very hampered, very weighed down, and just downtrodden. This is the epitome of the downtrodden atmosphere and perspective. Now, given what you need to release, this is saying right off the bat, you need to focus intently, because I often associate the reversals with inner work as well, but focus intently on releasing anything you have any belief systems, any beliefs, philosophies you have with the idea of scarcity and limitations, and there's not enoughness. If you've been raised with that thought that money doesn't grow on trees, or that some people, if they're able to maintain their weight, are just lucky. Any kind of limiting perspective in the material world, because I associate the coins and the pentacles with material things. This is what you need to do first, is just release those perspectives, but especially just release any identification with feeling that you are limited in your material realm in some way. Release that limitation. That's the first piece of advice the tarot is giving us. Now, what you need to embrace. Quite interesting. Well, the concept of transcending a limitation, in my view, it does require a lot of energy. And the pages are young and youthful figures. And this Page of Swords is you can see, he's just charged up with energy. He's ready to wield his sword in a particular direction. He's on atop a cliff. And the energy of this image, of this card, is that youthful vibrancy, kind of no nonsense, and I'm going to go forward. But he's just getting ready to go forward. So I would suggest, and since swords represent thoughts, I think what this is saying, what you need to embrace, is clearly think through what you want to transcend. Not only that, but where you want to move forward after you transcend this particular obstacle in your life. Have a clear-cut vision and belief in yourself that you will be able to do this, that you have to get poised to get ready to take action. So what you need to embrace is that getting kind of the higher perspective on the situation and getting ready, get poised for action, and get ready with a clear-cut, as the swords indicate to me, always clear-cut vision, idea of what you want and where you want to go. That is what is critical. That's what's critical, and that you need to embrace to be able to transcend your particular limitation. And finally, what opportunity is imminent in the near future? The 6 of Cups, which suggests, after having seen the previous 2 images, the 6 of Cups suggests that you're going to have an image vis-a-vis this limitation that you wish to transcend. You're going to have an opportunity to smell the roses in almost a literal sense, but to share of yourself, be in community. This first step and first set of actions that you're taking toward just transcending limitation isn't going to allow you to give of yourself, to give from the heart. The cups reflect emotions and feelings, and you are going to be able to really present that feeling part of yourself that's so important, and that is a result of transcending a limitation. You see what else is here? Yes, I mean, this card to me often represents taking time to smell the roses. It's also associated with nostalgia. But I see, in reference to our question today about how to transcend limitations, I feel that once you get your mindset out of that limitation, as represented by the Five of Pentacles reversed, Five of Coins, and once you embrace the notion that you are powerful and that you assume take on a very clear vision of what you are about and how to go about, or dedication to this particular limitation you want to transcend, and the vision of what comes after that, then the opportunity for you in the near future is going to be one that's very heartwarming. It's going to be satisfying. You're going to have a connection with other people. You are going to be able to give of yourself and have time to truly steep yourself in the delights of life. I hope this reading has been helpful for you. If you have not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Also the bell if you wish to be notified of upcoming videos, although my intention is always to release new videos every Monday. And also do be advised that I do give private readings. Check my website, thetarotgenie.com, for information about that. And again, look for the show notes for information about the book and also the recommended piece of music to listen to. And go about this next week with all the love and joy that you can muster. Until next time, remember, illumine your mind, inspire your life with the tarot.